When power meets precision and chaos meets clutch, that's when volleyball gets wild. Today we're serving up the most jaw-dropping, blockbusting, heart-racing moments in women's volleyball history. Let's dive straight into the madness. Number 1. 2018 World Championship Final, Serbia vs Italy. The stage was electric. Italy, powered by a 19-year-old Paola Egonu, was terminating out-of-system balls like it was a highlight reel. Her cross-court from position 2? Almost untouchable. Meanwhile, Serbia's Tijana Bošković was delivering back row attacks with a velocity north of 100 km an hour, flattening the ball through three-person blocking schemes like a battering ram. And then it was time for the final set. The side-outs were surgical. At 13-13, after a monster block by Milena Rasic, Serbia flipped the momentum. A tied score seemed like a close call, but you won't believe what happened in the next match when the losing team was actually leading the set. Though before we get to that, let's see how this match ended. A perfectly executed one-foot quick by Stefana Veljković sealed the championship, and the camera caught Egonu exhausted, tearfully collapsing at midcourt after scoring 33 points. Number 2. 2023 Women's Club World Championship Final, Eczacıbaşı vs VakıfBank. From the first whistle, VakıfBank's game centered on Paola Egonu's seam attacks at position 2 and out of the pipe, producing rapid big plays and second tempo hits to unsettled Eczacıbaşı's middle blockers. Setter Cansu Özbay operated a spread offense that forced Eczacıbaşı's middle out of harmony early, engaging to block and singling out Egonu on single blockers on the pins. But this steamroller would not roll. Setter Elif Sahin approached first tempo offense right from the start, operating lightning speed 31s and 31 slide hybrids with Yasemin Gueveli and creating lanes for Tijana Bošković. Bošković out of position 2 and back row pipes was relentless, employing wrist away spikes, seam rolls and high seam rips to exploit VakıfBank's rotational defense. VakıfBank attempted to throttle mid-match with swing blocking and Gabi Guimarães adjusting on the outside timing, with libero Gizem Erge moving into a 6-back defensive scheme to dig Bošković's pound-and-a-half court bombs. At 12-10 in set 5, VakıfBank appeared poised to success, but Eczacıbaşı reversed the script. Jovana Stevanovic released a monster soft block on Gabi at the antenna, sealing the angle perfectly with a tight outside seal. And then back-to-back float serve aces from libero Simge Akuz, both on a late read by VakıfBank's second passer. Match point, classic Eczacıbaşı. Perfect three-point passes. Elif Sahin runs a push C set to Bošković, who blows up a high seam kill through VakıfBank's reaching triple block. Final score, VakıfBank 2, Eczacıbaşı 3. Number 3. 2022 World Championship Quarterfinal, Italy vs China. Drama started before the serve. China was missing their superstar Zhu Ting, but libero Wang Mengjie turned into a defensive vacuum cleaner. You would think that this was some of the best defense you've ever seen, but wait till you hear the defense strategies in a match between Turkey and Japan. For now, let's find out who was victorious in this battle. On Italy's side, Monica De Gennaro led the 6-back defense with clinical precision, reading attacks with almost psychic accuracy. At 23-23 in set 5, Paola Egonu hit a big set midline pipe through a seam that barely existed between China's middle and outside block. Match point? A controversial net touch call on China after an insane joust at the tape sealed it for Italy, sending social media into total meltdown. Number 4. Volleyball Nations League 2024, Turkey vs Japan. If Volleyball Anarchy were an album, this match would be playing at full blast. In Antalya, before a sold-out home crowd, Turkey and Japan made a pool match a technical and emotional roller coaster. Japan employed their standard ultra-speed offense predicted on zero-tempo sets and first-tempo slides by Haruo Shimamarua and Arisa Inoue. They tore Türkiye's seams apart with pinpoint wrist-away swings from Zone 4. The pace of Japan's side-out attack put Türkiye's middles in a last-minute swing block read, putting Zehra Güneş and Eda Erdem far beyond their preferred blocking range. Türkiye responded with pure physicality. Setter Cansu Özbay stabilized a 5-1 offense with 31S and 1S to Zehra Güneş in the front row and shoot sets to Ebru Karakurt in position 2. Hande Baladin saw court time consistently with high seam attacks of Japan's diminutive block, taking advantage of mismatches created by Türkiye's three-hitter front rows. The fifth set was a masterclass in clutch volleyball. Cansu created a 31 gap set to Zehra to catch Japan's middle blocker off guard. Ebru took a pipe attack straight off a perfect three-point pass. Mami Yokota registered a pancake save off an off-speed wipe from Vargas that had appeared destined for the floor. Japan's back row defense was textbook, shifting to a 6-back alignment midway through the rally to defend against Türkiye's cannon attacks. At 14-13, with Türkiye hanging by a thread, Serena Koga ended it. Final score: Japan 3, Türkiye 2, and an absolute defensive trench battle for the ages. You might be thinking Japan executed a perfect kill, and that is indeed true, but in this next dramatic contest, a whole other level of excellence will be uncovered. Number 5. Volleyball Nations League 2022, Türkiye vs USA. USA opened up with their signature spread offense, beautifully set up by setter Lauren Carlini, but that was just the beginning. The blocking contest was top-notch. Zehra Güneş and Eda Erdem complemented each other well in their swing block, shutting down low across the court to neutralize USA's breakneck tempo, particularly when starting off push sets on the right pin for Annie Drews. USA answered by shifting to a rotation defense, employing libero Justine Wong Orantes in an attack-spiking 6-back assignment to shut down on Türkiye's powerful cross-court swings. On offense, Drews pushed the pace with 3-step hurry-up sequences to the quick 3 times, often using step-close footwork series to maintain rhythm against Türkiye's giant front line. In set 5, Türkiye led 10-8 when Hande obliterated a quick cross on a perfect 3-point serve receive by Simge Akuz. But USA refused to blink. USA drove Türkiye out of system with sharp jump floats into zone 5. Türkiye stood strong with trap sets to the pins, attempting to accelerate their side-out rhythm. But at match point, a close joust at the net went the USA's way, and Drews closed it off with a block-off wipe kill. USA won the match 3-2, but the power game and gritty determination of Türkiye had everyone abuzz. Number 6. 2022 FIVB Women's Volleyball Nations League, Thailand vs Serbia. On the first whistle, Thailand exploded with a crazy offense that employed zero-tempo, first ball attacks, and zone 3 and 4 gap sets. Thailand setter Ponpan Guetpad outsmarted Serbia's blocking with sheer genius ease, employing front slide plays between Chakchuon, Moksri, and push 1 sets that were little short of impossibly difficult to time. Serbia, without some of its strongest starters, resorted to disproportionate high ball side-out attacks. Its setter crammed high percentages of trap sets to the pins under extreme serve pressure, putting Thailand's block defense system in command. Thailand's opposite attackers, Acharapon Kongyot and Pimpichea Kokram, delivered stinging cross-court arcs and wrist-away attacks, often fooling Serbia's taller but slower block. In transition, Thailand was deadly. One-step approaches on the pipe for Acharapon, inside-out gap attacks that left Serbia's middle in disarray, shoot puts flying just inches over the tape, not allowing time for a triple block. Fifth set was a technical chess game. Thailand maintained serve, attacking Serbia's outside hitter with deep floating serves to zone 1, disrupting Serbia's first tempo offense. At 13-13, Thailand executed a dazzling fake 31 big combo. Ponpan pretended a quick 31 to the middle, holding Serbia's blockers up before sending through a back row pace to Acharapon, who plowed it down the line over the falling defense. Match point was the result of a broken play. Thailand flailed with 3 back row defensive passes and Eczacıbaşı finished it with a 2 off the hands from zone 4, the ball swooshing under the antenna for the all-time win. Thailand 3, Serbia 2. Thailand won this match with sheer grit and skill. In the next match, they faced Japan, and let's see if they succeeded in emerging victorious. Number 7. FIVB Volleyball Nations League 2018. Thailand vs Japan. If you ever wanted to know what happens when 2 of the world's best offenses meet at full speed, this game provided the answer. Raw, beautiful chaos. Each team employed ultra-high tempo offenses, exchanging zero-tempo first ball shot attempts and gap sets that made the best blocker look like they're in slow motion. Thailand setter Nutsara Tomkon was in her pure wizardry mode, setting shoot sets, front one-hand quicks, and 32 gap balls that put Japan's blockers into mistake nearly every rally. Japan came back with technical brilliance. Setter Koyomi Tominaga kept Thailand's defense on its toes, serving up steady 31 pipe combinations and second tempo tries to Yuki Ishii and Serena Koga. In the back, it was a clinic. Thailand employed a 5-to-1 rotational defense with the Libero sliding deep into zone 5 on cross-court reads. Japan countered with perimeter excavation, taking their line defenders wide to neutralize Thailand's sneaky wrist-away roll shots. By the 5th set, the teams had slightly altered their tempos, Thailand being more dependent on the back-to-the-network 31s and inside shots to Eczacıbaşı, while Japan tuned their big tempo plays to lightning speed. At 13-13 in the deciding point, Japan did a textbook pipe fake play. Tominaga took Ishii down the pipe, making Thailand bring up its back row defense, and then no-look set a fast one to Koga at left pin, who crushed the wrist-away kill down the side. A quick shoot set to Yuki Ishii, slicing it through a late Thailand double block, a high hands touch out just short of the sideline. Final score, Japan 3, Thailand 2.